Hello, today we're talking about the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K and some of the accessories I have on it. We'll also take it out into the field and put it into action, so stay tuned. Yeah, the other day I was out in the backyard using the camera, as you can see here, just, trying to get some shots of things up close with the lemons, going down low and, just trying to do some stuff. Well, it was kind of hard to see without the monitor, but now that I've got the monitor. But you get the idea of how you can really rig this thing, and it's maneuverable. It's kind of like you can go and run and gun with it. It's a great cinema camera. So I finally said to myself, I need to just get out of the house. I need to go out and do some stuff, and it's kind of hard to find things out there for stock videography and stuff. You have to have model releases, property releases, those things. We can talk about all that stuff later. But yeah. So I just had to get out of the house and do some stuff. So as you'll see, I'm getting out of the house and I'm gonna go do some stuff. So basically I've got a 195 watt power. I believe it's 195 watt. I can double check that. But it's a heavy duty battery. It's a Juicebox battery. It should keep me going for like 6 to 8 hours, probably 6 hours, I'm not sure. I've got a nice little Feelworld new monitor here that I need to power up. And we're going to turn our camera on. What I'm trying to do today and been trying to do is really just do some shots for Black Box. Trying to get involved with Black Box. I did some stock videos and things of that nature. It takes a long time to upload all that stuff to the different websites, so here I am trying with this new camera setup, the Blackmagic Pro or the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. And trying to get some shots, maybe some grass blowing in the wind of those nature, something of that nature. So I gotta change my glasses out here and we'll take a look and see what we've got. So I'm trying to get a low shot, basically of grass blowing. I'm trying to get some colors involved. Of course the sun is coming from the backside, so that causes shadows. So we need to turn this around so we don't get any shadows, and then I'm gonna have to make sure this is not in the way. So hang in there. And we'll put you over here for now, and then I'm going to try to get some shots here and try to keep the shadows out of this scene and just get some low shots of the grass blowing in the wind, because you have to have something moving in the shot, otherwise they really don't like those kind of shots. So with just shots that are just look like a picture, so you want to get some things moving. Of course we have cars moving over here and everything. Might be better off to go this way. So let's see. So good shots. Use my new monitor. And let's see what we got going on here. So I'll show you some of these shots when I get them done. I know it's kind of hard. I can't bend over too much, but I'll show you some of these shots when I get them done. But I'll zoom in and kind of show you what I'm doing here. Not sure if you can see all this, but if you can see, I've got my histograms going, and sorry about all the abruptness. Trying to get that shot, framed up. Do what I can, the best I can here, to get some shots of blowing grass in the wind. So I need to check some stuff here, and we'll go from there. So let's do a ISO 400. And I think that looks pretty darn good. Let's do some assisting like focus assist, or let's go ahead and go with false color for now. We can see in here what we've got going on here as far as false color. What's exposed, overexposed, underexposed. And we'll go from there. Let's see. Focus assist is on. Should be everything in that frame is going to look nice. So we're just going to go with that. Of course, I'm in the frame right now, so I need to get out. So let's go ahead and push the record button here. And I'm getting out of the shop, so it's recording. So we're recording right now. We're gonna just take the best shots out of that one. Sorry guys. The best shots out of that. And we'll go from there. I'll tell you what we got when we get back. I'll do a bunch of shots and see what I can come up with here. It's really hard to find a spot to shoot at, so this is probably a better angle. You can probably hear me better. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Hang in there. I'll talk to you when we get back to the studio. This is a really nice place here. They've got lots of stuff to choose from. Hopefully we'll get something out of it. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay, I think we've done everything we can do at this location. We're gonna take this back and see what we can do more. If I see anything interesting, I'll stop on the way home, or back on the way back to the, studio. My studio is at home, so we'll try that. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this. This is again the new Blackmagic with my little SSD. I'll go over some more of this stuff too back at the studio tonight. We'll go over some stuff that I got and show you really what's going on here. So yeah, I'm really happy with the setup. So we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Oh yeah, my vlog camera here. You can see a little bit of my vlog camera here. It's not much, like I said. It's just a small Sony, a little Rode mic on it. It's just, it works pretty darn good though for what I do. So that's about it with the. For now, we'll talk to you later. Well, I have to say that wasn't too bad, although there's not a lot to shoot out here. In Black Box, they're pretty particular about their shots. Even if it's a good shot with the grass, if they have enough shots, they're not going to want it. So we're going to try, the best we can with them and go from there. We just need some spectacular locations, and I need to get out more. Probably like a lot of us. Well, watch YouTube a lot and don't get out of much. So, but it's time to get out. It's time to go, Just one of those things, you just got to get out there and do stuff. So I'm trying. But again, like I said, there's not a lot going on here. So we just try our best and get what you get. It's like fishing, you're going to try to find that perfect lighting, that perfect sunset, the rays coming through the blades, whatever. And hopefully they're not totally saturated in stock video with that type of shot. Even though it comes out fabulous or really good, sometimes it just doesn't matter. So we got some people coming, we gotta wait. Woohoo! It's pretty rough terrain here. We've got some frisbee golf going on over here. Some people playing frisbee golf. Looks like a lot of fun. So, frisbee golfers, I don't know if you can see that. It looks like fun. Got some frisbee people. So yeah, we're having some fun today. So now we got to get across this road without getting run over, and we're off and running to our next location. Man, that place up there is beautiful. If you look behind me right there, it's really nice up there. So anyways, signing off. See you when we get back to the studio. So here we are back at the house or the studio or the office or whatever you want to call it. Here with my Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. We were just out in the field doing some shots of some grass for Black Box. So we'll see how those came out in just a little while. Stay tuned, but I wanted to show you kind of my setup. This here is the Feelworld monitor. It has a little hood on it right now because I was in the field and it worked really well. I turned up the backlight quite a bit actually, to 100%. I could see just fine out in the field. I couldn't see this screen, but I could see this screen in the Feelworld screen very good. Then I've got the Indipro here. This is the Indipro vmount. This works really good to keep your power going. So in the field, I think I told you I had a 195, but there's a 95 watt hour and then there's a 150 watt hour, and this is the 150 watt hour. This is the juice pack, or the juice the juice. So it's the Leon Power Supply Juice Pack. I'll get the link below for you if you want to go to their website. I think this is a really good battery. It has a little indicator on the side to show you when it's charged or not. You can turn it on or off there. You also have a USB here to charge your phone if you wanted to. The D-tap, because it comes with a charger, which is really cool. Most of these don't come with chargers. And then it slides right on here, and this one has the power that goes into the side of the camera here, which I really like better than the dummy thing with the door. You'd have to take the door off, all that stuff, which I didn't like. So this slides right in like so. Oops, I'm going the wrong way, but so it slides in like so. And I got, you know, tons of time. I can actually now videotape for like 6 hours. I haven't even gone through this battery. I've done it all day long on 3 spots. I mean, it was off and on all day long. So I mean, I don't know how long ago, like maybe 8 hours, maybe a couple days. I have no idea, but we'll find out. This is a really good battery. I can tell you right now, this is going to run this camera for a long time. Also, the Tilta Cage, I would definitely recommend Tilta Cage. I can take this bars right here, I can stick it through here. I've got a couple clamps that go on each side. This would actually mount right in front of the camera if I wanted to. I just found it a little bit better this way. It's balanced more, but if you're put on a gimbal or something, it might be good to just balance that or to slide that on. This little Indipro moves a lot of different ways. Again, it tilts, it comes back and forth on these 15mm rods. It works really well. So I think the Tilta Cage has a lot more options than some of the small rig does, because of this hole here, and it has a clamp. You can use 15mm rod right there. You've got this 2 spots right here. Use the 15mm there. You have another spot for another 15mm. It goes right across in front here. I mean, I can show you how that works if you want, but if you can visualize that, I've got another clamp for the other side, even a handle actually that you can use for this side. It works really well if you want to put your battery up and over here, so you can get it balanced on a gimbal. It may work. I haven't really tried it on a gimbal, but I think that would be a way to go if you were using a gimbal. Also, this SSD drive, which really is great for storage. This guy is, you know, amazing. It's a Samsung 1TB SSD drive, and it's fast. And I mean, I'm recording in 4K DCI. Today we were recording in ProRes 422 4K DCI. ProRes 422 is a pretty highly recommended, you know, format for people that are exporting and importing in and out of their softwares for editing. It doesn't lose a lot of its quality. It holds up pretty well to all that kind of stuff. So I think that ProRes 422 is probably more sellable than the H.264. So I tried to do that in ProRes today, 422. We'll see how that works out. I don't know if it's gonna sell. Like I said, it's just blowing grass. How many blowing grasses out there could there be? Who knows if they'll even accept it? We'll find out. But I like this setup here. This swivels. It looks like they have incorporated now a screen that actually flips. I noticed that today when I was watching a lot of reviews out there. Nobody actually said it flipped. They said they'd have to change it and turn things around and all this kind of stuff. Well, guess what? When I turned mine over, it flipped automatically. So I'm not sure. Also, a lot of people have been complaining about these things falling off. Well, there are 2 little pins that need to be lined up. If those aren't lined up, you're not going to get a good bite on that screw, and yes, it will fall off. But once those 2 pins line up, and if you want, I can show you a close-up, but those 2 pins line up, they pop in, and then you have more room to screw this down, so you can turn this more around on its thing, and it's not going to fall off. I mean, you may still want to be careful, but I'm finding it's not falling off. So they must have changed something, or maybe whoever's reviewing maybe didn't get it right or something, but this thing is working just wonderfully. Well, long story short, I thought my HDMI port went kaput. I was using an old monitor on some of my older cameras. It's a very old monitor. It was working for a while on this. I did have a problem first setting it up, but once I set it up, it started working. But then all of a sudden, one day, kaput. The Lilliput just stopped working. So I went ahead and kept testing and testing and testing and banged my head underneath the floor looking for a cable. I mean, I was very frustrated to the point of tears. So what I did is I actually hooked it up to my streaming device the next day. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. And it seemed to be just fine streaming, so I figured it out. It wasn't my HDMI port. I ordered this Feelworld a couple days ago, and it looked like it was coming from England, but who knows? It came DHL in 2 days. I had it in 2 days. It was awesome. So this went on the camera. I plugged it in as soon as I powered it on, which is really cool because you can use the Canon or the Sony batteries, the big Sony or the Canons. I've been using the Canons today, but as soon as I powered this thing on, the HDMI, this little monitor came right up and ran, and boy is it nice. There's all kinds of touch screens and things that we can go through later on, but again, the Juice battery, the Feelworld monitor, I definitely recommend that. The Samsung terabyte drive, they have the 2 terabytes, which is like double the price, but I would say this is good. Also, these little guys here that lock down and really protect your connections is something that I definitely recommend, because these HDMI ports, which Blackmagic is known for, they're going pretty bad most of the time. So if you've got the lockdown port here and everything, then you shouldn't have a problem with any of your HDMI ports or the port that is plugged into the SSD drive right here. So that is kind of an important thing. And today we're working with a Tokita 1116. I know you probably saw the Tokita there. 1116 is nice wide angle lens. And did we just lose a light or something? I don't know what just happened, but something went off. So lens, and then a Metabones adapter, which I can deft EF Canon lenses to. So I really like my setup. I'm really happy with it. I know I don't have it on the right tripod right now. I do have a big heavy duty video tripod for it. I've got my 15 mils, but you know, like I said, this thing comes right off, boom, and I'm ready to shoot. I mean, I've got my thing. I can go down low. I don't have to. I can tilt this backwards. You know, I can go really low, really high. I can tilt it forward, go high. What a nice setup this is. It's something I've been wanting a long time. Finally got it. Went out and tried it out today, tested it, and just works wonderfully. So there goes the light, and that's about it with my vlog. So I knew I should have put batteries in that light before I did this. But I'll be back, and maybe on the next vlog I'll show you what we'll do and how we're going to actually edit this footage that we've done, just so we can send it into Blackbox for stock video footage. And I've got that all hooked up so we can get a good idea how that works and how the editing works. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. See you in my next video.